room, moving background.
It's trippy, not gonna lie.
I like. I'm going to pretend I'm some kind of AI tonight with like max headroom. I'll have to get the jerky head movements off to a T. So let's have a recap from the last game. And Anna, you missed out on some, and Alp, you weren't playing in the last game. So our heroes got a tip off from a drunk in a bar that Xavier's treasure he'd found Xavier's treasure. There was a big fight, money spilled out across the bar. There was a riot as people were trying to collect the money, and the AI who was resident of the bar, he was very upset that people had snuck guns into his bar, and he knocked everybody out. The heroes wake later to discover that everyone's gone off on the treasure hunt to try and find Xavier's treasure, and the AI, Ion I think he was called, saved the drunken who's dying behind the bar. Cut a long story short, the heroes eventually find the location of the treasure, but some pirates have beat them to it. They accidentally crashed their spaceship after some poor flying from one of the other characters through a storm, and they crash it directly into Xavier's ghost ship. Some pirates have beaten them there, and the game ended on an emergency. The ship decided to do an emergency jump. We don't know why, and the poor unfortunate pirates became merged with the walls, half in and half out of the walls in agony. Our heroes luckily avoided that fate, and that's where we ended the game. So Annie, your character was so the three characters that were remaining got sucked out of the ship as it crashed in. There was a big rip in the side of the ship, and they got sucked out and managed to get into an airlock of the main treasure ship, and you were trapped in the back of the ship somewhere. And I thought a good way of starting this game was to think you have rushed to the cryo chambers, the sleeping for long space journeys, to wake up Alp's character, Deacon. So why wake up Alp in Deacon? Why wake up Deacon in a situation like this?
Well, I probably don't have a lot of context if I was in the back. Any sort of maintenance stuff, I was probably in the engine room at the time. So probably I'm under the impression that there's probably an alarm that tells me that there are boarders. Where there were enemies that were on the ship, right?
On the treasure ship. So yeah, you might some sensors might be going off telling you that that your three companions have left. There's a hull breach. So you're reacting to that. I think you would learn about the pirates later, because it was a little bit later that they were rummaging around inside the lost vessel that they came across. So at the moment, all you know is there's a hull breach. Maybe you're safely sealed in a different part of the ship, but oxygen's rapidly exiting the ship. So why have you rushed to wake Deacon up?
Well, if my I was probably given instructions not to wake him unless there was an emergency.
Okay, and Alp, what would those reasons be? Do you think? Why would you not be woken up unless in a complete emergency?
Let's see. I'm a smart guy, so maybe I can fix some things. Not that I have anything in the backstory that says so, but I do have a flame character, so give me an extra die. Let's see. I think the reason why I was in cryo in the first place was we're supposed to know each other. I suppose I should tell you a bit about my character.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
and we're partners as well. I don't know if you heard that part, Adam, before.
Yeah, I heard you chatting while I was setting things up. Yeah.
Yeah. So we say that the ship is we co-own that ship.
So you co-own the fastest ship in the universe, which is currently docked in your larger ship that's breaching at the moment.
Right. Yeah. So officially, I'm an archaeologist. I know a lot about mankind history. I find relics and things like that, and I make a lot of money out of that. Potentially, we've been working on things like this together. But you do know that I have, let's say, night job, which is an assassin job, and I'm efficient at that. So I don't know how much you would know about this, but you know about it. If we're partners, I think you would know. But that's some of the other odd jobs that I would take. So let's say that I had to, after one of those odd jobs, I had to lay low for a while. And the best way to do that was to go into cryo for a while and just
cool,
not make any noise whatsoever. And they wake me up when things have cooled down.
And of course, Annie's character couldn't possibly leave you in that situation when the hull's breaching. So that makes perfect perfect Joe feel, isn't it? Your character, Annie. Yeah. Okay.
So our ship is fine. It's the ship that we're docked in. Are we in, or are we docked?
So you have loaned a larger ship from a trade baron. So the whole story last week was that they were going on this treasure hunt because they owed the trade baron so much money. So he'd loaned you a bigger ship that's capable of hauling whatever booty that you're going to bring back to him to pay off your